When I was 24, I had sold everything from an energy contract to a business, $3,000 suits, and $1 million contracts to health systems. But who would have thought luxury fashion is what would actually teach me how to sell anything? Now, today, most of my selling gets done right here, a desk that I sit at home and I talk to executives all day long. But let's rewind back to college to see where this sales story started and the things that I learned that I'm about to tell you to how to become a better salesperson. Imagine driving 100 miles a day, knocking on 50 doors, and maybe getting a deal or two that day. That was my first sales job in college. It was basically B2B energy sales. I would walk in, say, hey, can I see your utility bill? I think I can save you some money on that bill. Do you want to do it? Yes, no. Everything was about price. And that's really the last thing you want to be selling on when you get into this B2B sales world. And so when I made the move into luxury fashion, well, I learned that really fast because price was the last thing these customers cared about. So we had to get creative quick. What the customers admired in luxury fashion was intangible. It was all about the feeling of the clothes that you're wearing for the event that you're going to. Now, the owner of this store was admired. He was everybody's friend. He dressed to the nines every day, and the people trusted him with their life. The first thing that I learned working in luxury fashion is no matter what, you are selling to a person, not a business, so focus on the individual. Working in that store, we had Audi R8s, Ferraris, BMW i8s coming through almost every day. People from the former GM of the Cavs to the owner and founder of one of the most well-known entertainment companies in the country. And when they walked in, they wanted to be treated like a person, even admired, respected, even if maybe a little bit more than the average individual. So no matter whether you're selling clothes or to healthcare executives, don't focus so much on the entity, you forget about the benefit for that person, their role, and the role this product is gonna play in their life. Number 2, building a relationship and trust starts with you. Now, we had really wealthy people come into the store every day, and so I like to play what I call tug of war. Now, when they walked in, I didn't really know much about them because I was new. I was only at the store for 3 months, and yet they were regulars. They had probably come into this store dozens and dozens of times over the past years. And so when they saw me, the fresh new guy, they would ask me a pretty basic question like, hey, how long have you been here? What got you interested in working here? I would give them a little bit of my story, open up some personal details, and then I would ask them a very basic question about their life. Great, they would respond, and then I would respond back, revealing something slightly more personal about me, and then ask another question about them, slightly more personal. By me being the one to open up and give personal facts first, it gives them the opportunity to see, hey, this person trusts me, I'm more likely to be able to trust them. In sales, it works the same way. If you are open, honest, and transparent first, it makes the person you are selling to more likely to open up details to you that they might not otherwise to a more challenging, harsh salesperson. Don't be a know-it-all, just be as smart as you are. It seemed like we were getting new clothes in this store every single week, and I was only working there for a couple months, so there was no way I was going to learn the details about every SKU that we had in here. I mean, these were materials from around the world. But what I did notice was that customers were repeatedly coming in to look at, the same things, the most common suits, the most common outerwear, jackets, whatever you have it. So I spent 80% of my time learning about those most common items and 20% of my time learning about the lesser desired items. So when they walked into the store, they asked me about an item that was very frequently desired. I knew about it and I had that baseline credibility. Now, if we got off topic and we were talking about maybe it was a brand of suits that less people were interested in, a brand of pants that people weren't super keen on and they wanted to know more about that, I would have information about the similar, more desirable types of product that I could lean them towards, or I could be very transparent and say, hey, look, I don't really know much about this brand. I can look into it, or I can grab somebody for you who does know more. Offering up that you don't know, you can get help, you can look into it more, instantly builds credibility because they know that you aren't BSing them. Now, working in healthcare technology, I knew this was going to be super important because these executives have been working in healthcare longer than I had been alive. So who am I to come in and tell this doctor MBA all about how to run a hospital? So I didn't. I admitted, hey, I don't know when I fell outside of my expertise. But on this one topic, on this technology, I am the expert. And by sticking to that, sticking to what I know, I was able to gain enough credibility to sell deals that were more than $500,000 a year to these hospitals. Number 4, have an abundance mindset. At least a couple times a week, somebody would walk into the store. I'd try to strike up a quick conversation. They'd take a look at a price tag, kind of like shrug me off like they didn't really want to talk to me, and then they'd walk right out the store. Look, these were not our customers that were going to come back and buy new products month after month. In luxury fashion, just like many other industries, your top 20% of your clients give you 80% of your revenue. These were the people that were coming in every week or every month, spending $1,000 or $2,000 on clothes. That's who kept us afloat. So yes, we don't want to ignore those stragglers that come in every once in a while, but you really want to put most of your energy into where most of your revenue is going to come from and treat them like gold. In healthcare, when I got there, it was the same way. We would have people that would come to us. They'd want us to educate them on policies and the regulations of virtual care, but they weren't really looking to spend with us. They just wanted to know if they could get paid on this or not. But when we had clients that come in, they had all of the back office and administrative team to know when they were going to get paid and how they were going to get paid from virtual care. They were looking to buy the technology, so those are who I spent most of my time on. Entry-level salespeople can feel a lot of pressure to hit their numbers, win every deal that comes through, but it is true that the faster that you can get to know on more unqualified prospects, the more time you have to focus on those home runs. The most important, and number 5, why are you buying this? In luxury fashion, it's not like you're walking in to buy some new underwear and you need it because you got holes in your other ones. No, these people were coming in because they have a wedding. They've got a fancy dinner, a gala to attend, their in-laws' graduation. These were special events in life. It was all about how they wanted to feel when they attended this event, how they wanted other people to look at them. It had nothing to do about the price tag. It had nothing to do with the thread count, how many hours that it was made in Italy. It was about, I want to be the guy walking into this event with an incredibly looking tailored suit that everybody's going to admire me for. Now, whether people actually do is a whole different thing, but that's what luxury fashion's about. I mean, look at the Met Gala every year. People talk about the clothes all the time, the designers, how people looked in them. Did it fit them well? Was it kind of too out there? And that's what I had to really quickly understand about why these people were coming in. So once I did, I could talk to them about the event. Was this a good dinner jacket? No matter what you sell, there is a reason behind the purchase, and the salesperson's job is to understand what is the trigger that is now leading that this is the right time to buy. Now, yeah, everybody in the store could have said, oh yeah, I'm here for a sweater. Follow up. It's awesome. You have plans tonight? I'm leading them to giving me the right answer. If you find the trigger, then you can find the benefits that they are most likely looking for. In healthcare, the pandemic was the most obvious trigger for virtual care. And so with that, I had the benefits of, hey, people aren't coming in, but you still need revenue. Virtual care now lets you see people at home. You can get revenue from that. Boom. That's what they were looking for. How can we still make revenue when we can't let people come into our hospitals for virtual care? So these are the 5 most important, really soft skills of sales that I learned working in luxury fashion.